And here we go, Detroit fight fans. The following matchup is being brought to you by Salida Promotions, 313 Presents, and Hotel St. Regis Detroit. Scheduled for 10 rounds in the women's featherweight division. It is for the WBC Silver Featherweight Championship. The three judges scoring this matchup are Vincent Santino, Patrick Smith, and Gerard White. The third man in the ring will be Jurgen Langos. And now introducing your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the dark green trunks trimmed in gold. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, she weighed in at 125.4 pounds. She brings with her to the ring a record of 24 wins, only 3 losses and 2 draws, with 4 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Lille, France, ladies and gentlemen, here is Licia Boudersa. Her opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black and red trunks and top. Standing 5 feet 5.5 inches tall, she weighed in at 125.4 pounds. She comes to the ring with a record of 9 wins and 1 loss. Fighting out of and representing Montreal, Quebec, ladies and gentlemen, here is Caroline Veyre. Referee Jurgen Lagos with final fight instruction.
Okay, ladies, you received the instruction in the dressing room. Expect a clean and fair fight. Listen at all times to my commands and protect yourself at all times. Any question? No? Good luck. Okay?
We are live in Detroit, Michigan. Todd Grisham, Sergio Moore, and Claudia Trejos joining you ringside. Claudia, 2 French speakers here, so put your French hat on to translate some trash talk if we're here.
We'll get there. We'll get there. And we asked during the fighter meetings if there was any rivalry because, you know, we always have that local rivalry. Apparently, they know each other, but they get along.
Well, it's time to not get along. As we start the bout here, Caroline Veyre in the black trunks, Boudersa in the dark green. Would be a tough fight if you're colorblind here. Right? They look very, very similar.
Yeah, both these ladies have good footwork. They keep their range nicely. They fight behind the 1-2, good technique, elbows tucked in. But when it comes to Boudersa, she keeps her chin up a little bit high sometimes when punching. I think Veyre could take advantage and starts looping her shots.
Boudersa is from Lille, France. Veyre is from Paris, France, but has lived in Montreal since 2003. She relocated there because her mother went to have her cancer treatment, and she fell in love with the city and ended up staying there. So Caroline Veyre representing Canada now.
And there's a level of frustration in Veyre because back in 2016, she had the opportunity to participate in the Olympics, but due to a shoulder injury, she fell short. And then, of course, she had a chance to go to Tokyo, but she was ousted very quickly in the competition. But you can see the amateur background is right there.
Yeah, no, you can definitely tell that the technique is there on the amateur pedigree because both of them have good technique. They don't fall off balance when they miss right now, like we've seen with Boudersa. And nice jabs. Everything's real accurate with that jab when they're popping it.
And there's a common opponent, and that's one of the boogeymen, Beatriz Ferreira. We saw her when she did her debut here in the U.S., and we know her amateur pedigree. One had the opportunity to fight against her in the amateurs, the other one in the pros. But I think Veyre has had a chance to see her grow into the pros and make the necessary adjustments. And she's making those adjustments based on Ferreira's fight against Boudersa.
Round 1 in the books.
You were late on the belt. I know, but they're late. I got the fun. Ça marche bien. Il va falloir qu'on commence à mettre nos coups un petit peu plus ensemble, OK? Donc, un coup, on peut aller sur le côté pour la deuxième attaque. Et t'attends beaucoup comme ça ou comme ça. Un coup, passe en dessous et on fait une deuxième attaque latérale. C'est bon? Ça super bien. OK. Ça se passe bien, Caro, OK? J'ai besoin que tu resets un petit peu plus rapidement. Quand tu as terminé, sortie latérale. Mouthpiece.
Caroline Veyre, coming off a win over Carmen Vargas, fought on the last Claressa Shields undercard back in February, tossed a three-way shutout, 80-72 on all the judges' scorecards. She was great defensively. Her opponent never landed more than 8 total punches in a round.
It was a beautiful fight. Technically, she overwhelmed her opponent.
I like that jab by Veyre right now. She's stabbing Boudersa in the chest. And right there, right on the chin right there. She's alternating nicely from the chin, the chest, and now I want to see the belly. Whenever you're dealing with a taller fighter like that, you want to actually fold them in half to start looping the shots over, and a good jab to the gut will do that. See that looping shot, Boudersa didn't fall for it yet because she has nothing to worry about downstairs. You start touching them down to the belly, you know, then you have your opponent thinking of where you're going to punch next.
And you can tell they both fight for points. Anytime they get these clinches, they both just let their hands go as fast as they can.
Yeah, that's the amateur background of both of them. You know, it's all the point system, it's speed. But in the pro system, you want to actually slow things down. You want to turn your knuckle. You want to keep your elbow in. You actually want to fight slower, believe it or not.
Veyre did compete at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. She said she would have done even better at the 2016 Olympics, but had a shoulder injury and was unable to fight. Nice left hand there from Veyre.
Yeah, Boudersa better keep her chin down. She's already getting checked with those left hooks. That's the thing about Boudersa. She fights a little bit too tall, doesn't bend her knees, and the height works against her sometimes.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to be able to adjust her height, and that's why she tends to lean forward when she's throwing that jab. That could be a very, very easy to capitalize on that mistake.
Already a lot of redness on the face of Boudersa. Walked right into her right hand. Good round for Caroline Veyre.
A lot of people don't understand how difficult it is.
Yeah.
Maintenant, tu donnes encore les mouvements latéraux, en dessous à droite, en dessous à droite, en dessous à droite, et on revient rapidement. En dessous à droite, on revient rapidement. OK? C'est bon? OK, on est là, c'est le moment.
That's a dangerous punch to throw as a taller fighter, is the lead uppercut, but you know, Veyre came with a left hook around the guard, and that's the thing about Boudersa. She needs to keep that chin down, make herself smaller.
But I was just going to tell you, people don't understand how difficult it is to adjust to height. A lot of people just think, well, you're the taller person in the ring, you should be able to punch down. It's not necessarily very comfortable.
Another good left hook for Veyre, who's doing better in these exchanges.
Yeah, she is. Veyre already found a home for the left hook. There's that jab I was talking about, gutting them in half. Whenever you gut a taller fighter like that, it's very uncomfortable for them, and they can never come forward with the same comfort.
But that also shows me there's very little respect for Boudersa's punching power, because she's willing to punch a couple of punches and just go for the solar plexus.
Veyre's doing a good job keeping the range, too. You don't want to let the taller fighter, you know, establish that jab and keep that distance and that length. You cut that off when you want.
Right.
Veyre has quick feet to shut that distance with that jab. Oh, nice. Nice upper body movement there by Veyre. Using the entire ring.
Step back. Hey, step back.
And with 2-minute rounds, you don't have a lot of time to dodge and move like Boudersa is trying to do here. She's got to get busy, and Veyre's winning, like I said, these exchanges.
Sorry. Veyre is very aware of the time, and she understands how to close out the rounds and make sure the judges have a full eye of what she's doing.
Veyre was adamant that Boudersa has never faced anyone like her. Said, listen, I know she's had 29 pro fights, but anytime she stepped up in competition to face anyone talented, she loses. And it's not going to be any different when she's in there with me. Nice counter shot there from Veyre, but it was a solid jab from Boudersa.
Yeah, Boudersa's going to have to make it a little bit rough because Veyre is really good on her feet using the entire ring.
Coming up next Saturday, it's BKFC. The vacant welterweight title is on the line as battle-tested brawler Julian Lane goes to war with unbeaten powerhouse Gorjan Slavsky.
Elle commence à tomber sur son jab beaucoup, OK? Elle commence à être plus fatiguée, elle tombe sur son jab. Tu vas pouvoir faire un step back puis revenir avec ta main droite. OK? Tu l'as bien pratiqué, tu as un super timing pour ça. Soit ton crochet, soit la main droite. Quand tu fermes la distance, on se donne un angle tout de suite. Bap, 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 un angle et on revient vite. Tu me l'as fait une ou deux fois, là, c'était parfait. OK? Regarde-moi. Super.
We welcome you back. Little Caesars Pizza Arena in Detroit, Michigan. The home of one of the greatest champions of all time, Joe Louis. Used to be the Joe Louis Arena downtown, where the Detroit Red Wings won all their Stanley Cups. Where do you rank Joe Louis as far as greatest heavyweights ever? Sergio reigned for, what, 12 years?
Well, I mean, different generations, but yeah, Joe Louis is definitely, top. Has to be top 5 greatest heavyweights all time. Small heavyweight, how would he compete in this era of giants of 6'6" plus, 250-pound plus? So at that era, in that generation, Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber, was incredible.
Well, that's the argument, Claudia. A lot of people are asking where Usyk fits in all this right now, and you're like, how would these guys do against Usyk now? How would Usyk do against the greats of yesteryear? It's always a fun debate.
Multi-million-dollar question right there. And we forget about the Klitschko's that dominated the division for so long.
Oh, and Boudersa stepped inside, got caught with a shot, but landed one of her own.
That's what I'm
talking about. Boudersa needs to get on the inside and actually start mixing it up because the better footwork is with Veyre. I think she uses the ring better. She has the ring generalship on her side, making it rough. If you're Boudersa, close that distance with the jab and let the punches fly.
And I'm just going to pull you away from being so politically correct. She needs to make it dirty. She needs to make it very, very aggressive.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
See, normally Chris Mannix would, admonish me when I say that, but I agree. Sometimes whenever you're dealing with a polished fighter, you can't out-polish them. You can't outbox them. You got to outfight them. Find a way to make it rough in there.
Sometimes when you're such a refined dancer like Veyre is, you need to make it ugly, uncomfortable, off timing, so you can throw their timing off.
Agreed. Good shot there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, better round for Boudersa, but Veyre, again, landing the heavier shots.
Continue à mettre ta tête vers ses épaules. OK? Quand tu mets ta tête vers ses épaules, ça va bien. Les coups commencent à bien toucher. On peut les mettre un petit peu plus ensemble. OK? Et quand tu es à l'intérieur, garde tes bras proches de toi, donne-toi un angle et reviens. Garde les bras proches, continue à travailler. C'est bon?
Nice exchanger. Veyre came up short with that right hand, but beautiful shot right there. It was a 2-1 that landed. Missed that 2, landed that solid jab right there. Love that combination. It throws fighters off guard. Normally you come in with a 1-2, but when you switch it up with a 2-1, it sets off the timing.
Licia Boudersa having her second fight in just 49 days, coming off a win over Eva Cantos, June the 7th. Ooh. So she's trying to stay busy, but man, she's in there with a tough one in Caroline Veyre.
Yeah, she is. I think Boudersa better not exchange hooks with Veyre. I think she has a more compact hook. And as a taller fighter, you want to control the range with that jab and that long right hand and not fight smaller with a quicker, more explosive fighter in Veyre. See that right there? That's a sharp 1-2-3 combination by Veyre. It looks real nice, and then she gets out of the way. Boudersa needs to either stay inside or control the distance on the outside with the jab, but she's stuck in the middle right now.
And mid-range is definitely not her comfort zone. And I can also really applaud the circular motion by Veyre. She's constantly moving, just trying to stay away from that power punch from Boudersa.
Yeah, you noticed that too, Claudia. The fact that she's never right in front of Boudersa. And that's the thing about Boudersa. She keeps her head in the line of fire. She doesn't have any upper body movement, so it's real easy for Veyre to land pot shots and single shots.
I'll tell you what, though, Boudersa is having a lot of fun in there. When she gets hit, she's smiling, she's dancing around. There's a right hand, sweet one too, from the Lille, France native.
Yeah, see, there's that jab. She needs to get comfortable popping that jab. Use her height, use her range, and jab your way in. Then once you get inside, you got to rip away at the body of Veyre.
I just think her jab is very uncomfortable because she needs a lot of space. It's a jab that comes all the way from behind, so she needs a lot of space. And then Veyre does a great job of going in and out.
Yeah, better footwork, slightly quicker feet.
So final seconds here of round number 5.
Time.
Already filling out here at the arena. They're expecting over 15,000 fans. Claudia, that is outrageous, especially when you consider they're all here to see a female fighter in the main event.
Is it really outrageous? Come on.
It's never been done before.
But you know what? We just did it at Madison Square Garden just a couple of weeks ago. And before that, we've done it in other arenas. We did it in Texas. So it's a very, very good reflection of where women's sports is sitting right now in 2025, because it's not just for boxing, it's basketball, it's softball, it's wrestling, you name it. We're making our mark.
Let them know, Claudia. Let them know. It's herstory, right?
Yes, herstory.
Oh, please. Really, Sergio?
Well, we're putting you in your place, all right?
You have how many girls?
I got 3.
Exactly.
It's herstory tonight at the Little Caesars Arena. So it's Licia Boudersa taking on Caroline Veyre if you're just joining us. Veyre believes she should get a title shot next if she can win this one, and she's well on her way with nice exchanges like that. Good combination there with a 2-time national amateur French champion.
Yeah, Veyre landed a nice 1-2-3, even looped in. Now she's finding a home for that right hand. Every punch is landed because Boudersa does not move her head. She has no upper body movement, and she's real stiff.
The number of power punches that Veyre lands, I'm surprised she doesn't have a knockout yet in her 9 wins.
But I can also say that because of her cyclical motion constantly, she's now creating that space for that right to go in on cue. She does that lateral move to throw that right.
Total punches through 5 rounds. Boudersa has landed 32 of 220. Much more economical, 67 of 193 for Veyre.
Nice shot there. 1-2 on the back foot. Takes athleticism to do that. Yeah, there's really a swift on her feet. Look at that angle right there. She has really good footwork. You could tell that she has that deep amateur background. She's real comfortable being the ring general in there and fighting from angles, just like that.
Looks like either a cut or a bloody nose. Nice uppercut from Veyre. And blood is pouring out of the nose now, Boudersa.
Yeah, Boudersa finally got caught throwing that lead right uppercut, which is a no-no, big no-no and technique flaw. You don't lead with that as a taller fighter.
And a nice left to polish off that combination. There's another one from Veyre who's really shining here in round 6.
And not standing in front of Boudersa, always angles, gets her combinations, gets out of the way. This is boxing right here.
Oh, she's luring her in.
Beautiful round by Caroline Veyre.
Yes.
left hand right there. Just threw away that left hook to land that right hand, but no right hand came behind it because that left hand landed so nicely. Doubled it up. Jumping in with a hook. That takes athleticism like I was talking about. Good fast feet on the part of Veyre. And there's that right hand chopping down on Boudersa. The nose is bloodied up. Big round here. Not staying in front. Landing clean shots. It's Caroline Veyre. What a round.
And the awareness. She knew, we had called it. Boudersa has that tendency of just leaning forward just a little too much. And you mentioned the chin. It was a clear opportunity, and Veyre took advantage of it.
Boudersa's corner really letting her have it in between rounds. They were trying to motivate her, getting very emotional. But Sergio, I don't think it's a lack of effort.
No, it's not a lack of effort. It's a lack of the fact that she doesn't have upper body movements and she leaves her head in the line of fire. So she's not going to fix that overnight. Those are things that you need to fix in the gym. So Boudersa's having a hard time because she doesn't move her upper body and keep that chin down.
Wouldn't we describe this also as a typical flat-footed fighter, a brawler, versus a very refined boxer?
I would say a refined boxer, but I wouldn't call Boudersa a brawler. I just think she...
but she's flat-footed.
She's flat-footed. She's stiff. But once she's on the inside, she doesn't brawl away. You know, she's still trying to fight behind a jab, set up that right hand, but the speed is on Veyre's part.
And the ref is... This is the second time that calls her.
Over her.
Yeah.
Good body shots there by Veyre. That's what I wanted to see more of. Either stabbing Boudersa with that jab down there, or hooking around the guard. You know, keeping those elbows tucked in and those punches holstered. Good shot. See, there you go. Beautiful combination by Veyre getting an angle.
And that is very Lomachenko-esque. Her favorite fighter, Veyre, is looking fantastic here in the seventh. I'm telling you, Sergio, as they both crash to the...
There you go, Claudia. You wanted dirty tactics.
I told you.
You got dirty tactics.
Well,
that's what you got to do to take away. You're taking away the leg, trying to take away the legs of Veyre by putting your weight on her.
We see that often, especially in the heavyweights. I didn't think Boudersa would have it in her to get to that low, because that's really a low move right there.
Look at this. Just power boxing on the side of Veyre.
Crowd's starting to come alive for this one.
Hey, ref, come on, man. She keep holding, she's throwing it on the floor.
She's holding and she also...
Yeah.
Holding.
She's throwing it.
Clean fight. I want to see
But tell her on the other side, you've been warning her 10 times. Okay. Boxe très très bien, ok? Je veux que tu continues avec les angles. C'est quand tu donnes les angles, tu n'es pas capable de pousser ta
Nice. Right there. See that right hand downstairs? That kept the elbows tucked in, and that's what I'm talking about Veyre. She dissects her opponents right in half, and it keeps a fighter like Boudersa from unleashing. And then when she does throw a left hook, she's actually open for a counter shot by Veyre there. Just beautiful power boxing.
Veyre looks like she's trying to get her first professional knockout. She's got 3 rounds to do it, but Boudersa has taken a beating, especially in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, she has, because she's not moving her upper body. That's the thing. She's a stationary target. Even jabs like that are landing flush. If Veyre could start stabbing her downstairs to the body, even with right hand, it's going to open up the shots up top.
Veyre does have 1 single loss. It was a 10-round unanimous decision to Joanna Shivara Lopez. That was for the WBA gold featherweight title.
Now Boudersa fighting with her hands down, which is a no-no because she's a slower fighter.
Let's look at the body shots landed. Jabs to the body, 9, 22 power shots to the body for Veyre. Not a lot of success for Boudersa, but not for a lack of trying. She's just been outclassed and outgunned here tonight.
I love that move by Veyre. I mean, she got off the ropes and she didn't go to the middle of the ring. She kept Boudersa against the ropes, just stayed close to her.
Pressure.
and she just put her against the ropes and landed a clean combination. That's ring generalship. Just beautiful boxing, man. I love what I'm watching here with Caroline Veyre.
And I think Boudersa is falling into urgent mode. As a matter of fact, I just spoke with the corner for Veyre, and they made a formal complaint because they think Boudersa is just getting a little too dirty. And how many warnings is she going to get? They're asking for a point deduction for using her body weight on top of Veyre.
Hey, step back, hey.
Boy, it looked like her mouthpiece was coming out, or she was trying to bite her shoulder there. I'm not sure what Boudersa was doing.
I'm telling you, she's in that mode, in that urgent mode.
Just ate a jab.
And then you see Boudersa with her chin up, and that's what's costing her. See, she's not moving her upper body. Her head is in the line of fire. By this time, Veyre already got the timing down. She already got the distance down. She has the faster feet. So it's a Veyre show so far. Round by round, she's getting more comfortable landing those shots and bigger shots.
So 4 minutes left to go here from the Motor City. Licia Boudersa has to find something different to do here if she was to change the outcome of this bout, because it's been all Caroline Veyre.
She's having a nice right hand right now to start things off, but back comes Veyre with an overhand right to answer.
You holding, okay? Last time.
Both fighters getting warned for holding.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how many warnings does it take for somebody to finally, get a deduction.
No body shots from Boudersa this entire fight. I haven't really seen no body shots.
Good left there from Veyre. Well, Boudersa was going to try and push the pace and try and make Veyre uncomfortable, and she certainly made her uncomfortable at times.
Yeah, but she's headhunting too much. I mean, she forgot about the jab. She's keeping her head in the same place. She needs to make herself small, and then when she gets on the inside, dig away at the body.
Nice right hand, a pot shot there from Veyre, whose output has slowed down a little bit.
Cut on the left eye of Boudersa now.
Oh, that's a bad one, too.
I'm telling you, this is exactly what the corner was asking for. That's a nasty cut on the left eyebrow.
Oh, it's swollen up as well. Nasty swelling. And that's a target now for Veyre, who just teed off on it. But Boudersa showing you her warrior spirit, not even blinking. Still coming forward, trying to win.
See that right hand that Veyre threw at the body? That's because she's going to set up the overhand right now. I love that setup right now.
Oh, that cut is getting worse and worse.
By the second.
Yeah, she may not be able to come out for the 10th round. It looks nasty.
And it's bleeding profusely.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to stop this fight.
Now, was it caused by a punch or a headbutt? That's the question.
Whenever you have swelling like that, it's either an elbow or a headbutt. That doesn't look like a punch with that swelling.
Last round, touch left.
It's the swelling around the cut that's really making it nasty.
the ref says it's not bad at all. The coach keeps telling him to bring the dock. The dock was right behind them.
Okay, you give up? Okay, finito?
The $1,000,000 question, can you continue? Yes.
There was a language barrier that the trainer kept telling the referee, I don't understand you. He only speaks French. Boudersa only speaks French. They should have gotten Veyre over there to help translate. But then again, a bell ringing doesn't need translating, does it, Sergio? It's time to fight.
Not. And pain is universal. Blood is easy to see. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bad cut, but they did a good job stopping the bleeding. It's that swelling that concerns me a little bit more, and that usually comes from a headbutt.
Did the ref even make a comment? I didn't hear him make a comment about the headbutt.
This shot, so see everything landing for Caroline Veyre now because the lack of upper body movement. Boudersa refuses to move her head out of the line of fire, and that's why everything lands as Veyre throws.
I just think she's not used to that. I just think she's just used to railroading people over. And Veyre is obviously not the same quality of fighter.
Well, they're both going to be feeling injuries tomorrow from punches, takedowns, headlocks, headbutts. There's a good right hand for Boudersa, and then Veyre answers back.
That's the best shot of Boudersa.
Throughout
Straight
the
right
fight.
hand. Veyre took that easily. I mean, she ate that up, kept coming.
She has absolutely no respect for Boudersa's punching power. But we realized that from the second round on.
Well, you guys wanted it to get dirty in there, and man, the second half of this fight looks like it's been in a pig pen.
I said rough. I said rough for time.
Well, and we didn't want to. We just said that's what it had to be.
And that will do
it's
it.
done.
The war is over, and Boudersa got the worst of it, but you don't need me to tell that to you. Just look at the screen. So Veyre, who began boxing at 18 to get in shape and defend herself, is now doing much more than that, as she looks like she's well on her way to her 10th pro win.
Yeah, solid win. I really like what I saw with Caroline Veyre. I mean, using the entire ring, pot shotting, using angles, you know, stabbing her downstairs to the body, coming upstairs in combination. Really, really all around, really good performance by Veyre.
I'm not surprised at all because we saw a lot of this against Carmen Vargas back in February. She's just getting sharper and a lot more aggressive. She's willing to take more risks, and that's what I saw tonight.
Most Valuable Promotions returns to the zone as Puerto Rican contender Yanquiel Rivera is set to face Venezuela's Angelio Cordova as the pair of unbeaten flyweights vie for an interim WBA title on the August 23rd card from the Caribe Royale in Orlando, Florida. Always love going to the Caribe Royale.
Yeah. You got sick last time you went, right?
I did.
Food poisoning.
It was a bad taco.
Was it food poisoning or just sunburn? Because you were burnt to the bone. You look like a shrimp.
Well, I was eating a shrimp taco.
There you go.
El Camarón.
There you go.
Oh, el Camarón Cepeda did not look well against the king himself, Shakur.
Yeah. That was a fun fight. This one not so fun.
Well, it was one-sided.
One-sided, but Caroline Veyre now advances to what she believes will be a world title shot at some belt somewhere. And it's hard to deny that she wouldn't be competitive against anybody in her weight class.
This was a great performance that actually should springboard to her world championship because she deserves it.
And she looks fresh.
All right, let's go back into the ring, and the man who's nicknamed Mr. Throwdown has the scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put a big round of applause together for both of the fighters inside the ring. After 10 rounds of championship boxing, we read the judges' scorecards. Judge Santino scores the matchup 99-91. Judge Smith scores it 98-92. And Judge White scores the matchup 99-91 for your winner by unanimous decision and new WBC Silver Featherweight Champion, Caroline Veyre.
No surprise there. Caroline Veyre looks like she could go another 10 rounds too.
Nah, she looked good. She looked sharp, moving around the ring, using angles, body shots, looping her shots, in and out. I mean, this was a really, really pretty performance. I enjoyed watching the entire distance of this fight. She did everything you need from a boxer.
And she dealt with a bully. That's what Boudersa became in the second half of that fight. Handled it well, cruised to a unanimous decision win. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights, Sergio. It was competitive early on, but then Veyre just started to pull away.
Yeah, because the technique, the bad technique on the side of Boudersa caught up to her. The fact that she kept her head in the same place, she refused to move her head through the line of fire, and that's the reason a fighter like Veyre was able to capitalize, because she wasn't moving her head. And then finally the timing and the accuracy, going downstairs to the body, the angle right there, that's beautiful boxing right there. Anytime you see that, going up, going down. I love watching this, and this is what I'm talking about with women's boxing. It just continues to evolve better and better. These women are fighting greater and greater. Just excellent performance and well executed by Caroline Veyre.
I have to agree 100%. Plus, I also like her displacement across the ring. Her lateral movements, her footwork is flawless, and that is the beginning of a beautiful follow-through.